Alright, hello everybody. So I got some feedback on my last video, and some ladies want me to show you how to make a skirt out of a pair of pants. Okay, so I will probably do a video where it's like me actually doing it if you need me to, but just for the sake of putting a video out there, I'm just going to show you bits and pieces of things that are complete. They're going to be different steps in a skirt, but well, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so obviously to make a pair of pants, a skirt, you need a pair of pants. So let's see here. And it's a great way to save money, especially if you're a new convert or if you know somebody that's a new convert. It's an awesome ministry, really. There's some ladies in my church that are new converts, and they were talking to me about different places to buy skirts, and I had just gotten a sewing machine to work on a quilt for my son, and I wanted a project that would get me sewing that I could kind of have some trial and error there. So so this is my new project, making pants and skirts for new converts. And there's good money in it too. For the new converts, I only charge $5 because they're giving me their pants, and all I'm really providing is the thread and the labor. So I'm charging $5 for every pair of pants that I make into a skirt. Now, if I were selling them and designing it myself, it would be totally different, and then I would ask for more. Okay, so anyway, start out with your pair of pants. Now, if it's for you or for someone else, you need to try it on. If it's for you, you need to try it on. If it's for someone else, have them try it on, and then decide where you want the skirt to end. For this young lady, she wanted it to be a knee-length skirt, and so I'm going to talk to you about a knee-length skirt first. So she put it on, and I went to where the skirt would be like a modest skirt when she sat down. So I'll show you a pair of pants that are marked. Those are not marked. But okay, these are a pair of capris, but that's okay. I'll still show you. So I marked it, but I went a little bit further because when you're sewing with a sewing machine, you need to allow for a seam allowance. And the way I do it, I'm sure there's a simpler way, but this is just how I do it. Kind of trial and error here. But, okay, so I took some pins and I bunched, ouch, I just poked myself. I took some material and I kind of pushed it up before I pinned it underneath there so that I would have a little bit of extra material just in case. Plus, I like to keep them so that if for whatever reason the skirt shrinks, or if they get taller, like if you're making a skirt for a little girl, then you can always take that bottom hem out and you'll have a little bit of extra leeway, and then they can wear it for a little longer, and then you would just put a different hem in it. But anyway, so you need to pin it all the way around, or at least I do. I pin it all the way around. Okay, and then you're going to cut off just a little bit lower than the pins. So on these, I would probably cut about here. And then, once you cut one pant leg, line it up, like here, let me show you. If I were to cut these pair of pants, this pair of pants, say I cut it here, just for instance, then I'm going to take off then after I cut it, the pant leg that I cut off, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it on top of the other pant leg. I'm going to make sure that the bottoms match up. And then I would just cut at the top of where the cut off pant leg laid. I really hope that made sense. Okay, so here's a pair of pants that I've already cut off, and it's going to be a khaki skirt. So I've already cut off the bottom, and then I took the pant legs, and see this seam here? What you're going to do is take a a seam ripper. If I can find mine. Okay. And this is what a seam ripper looks like. They have different kinds, but this is just what mine looks like. And it's what came from, or it came from, it came with my sewing machine, so that's just what I used. But, so the pant legs that were cut off, I took them, and they had a seam just like the pants did that I just showed you here. Right there, that seam right there, on the inside of the leg. Okay, so I took those, and I took the seam, took my seam ripper, and I ripped them up all the way through. Be careful not to cut the material, because I did that in a skirt that I was making for my mom. So be careful not to cut the material with your seam ripper. Okay, so you're going to do that for the whole cut off pant leg, and then you're going to do it for the other one as well. So you'll have 2 pieces of material for your inset, and I'll explain to you what an inset is in a moment. Okay, so next you're going to take the pair of pants, and you're going to do the same thing that you did with the cut off pant legs, and you're going to pull the seams out. And I'll just do a couple stitches to show you what it looks like. There's probably an easier method. I've not figured it out because, like I said, I'm new, but I'll try and look at the thing and show you. So you're just going to stick your seam ripper in that thread, that stitch, and you just pull it up. And there's a blade on the seam rippers that's right here, and it will cut it. So, and you do it for both of the stitches, both lines of stitching, here and here, and then like through here. It's really kind of hard for me to show you. It'd be cool if there's like a camera on my glasses where I could just be like, hey, look, see what I'm looking at. Somebody should invent that. Somebody probably already has invented that. Okay, so I'm just ripping the seam, and it's starting to come apart now. You have a lot of like threads, which is really annoying. My husband probably hates coming home to couch full of threads from where I've been doing this all day. This is the most tedious part, I think. So you're just pulling out that seam, and then it'll start to split the materials. So that's all I'm going to show you for that. But you would go all the way up. On this pair of pants, I'm going to go up to about here, and you just go all the way up to here. And then on the back, I'll come to about here on that, okay? About level with the pockets. Okay. Now, once you've done that, you'll have something that looks like this. Okay. Obviously, this is a different pair of pants, but just so that you see what I'm trying to say. So you have something that looks like this. Now, I actually ripped the seam all the way up to the zipper here, and then you need to take a, if you want this to be straight, I don't know if you can really tell on this, but, sorry, my hair's going, okay, but it comes out a little bit and does like a triangle effect here, so there's that, but if you want it to be straight, you can cut off the triangle part and make it line up straight, but I just like the little triangle thing. Oh, I'm poking myself. Okay. So then you're going to take some pins. You can use whatever kind of pins you like. I just got some ball pins where they have those little balls on the bottom, or on the top. But these are just basic straight pins. So, you're going to take that. I keep poking myself. I'm sorry. Okay. So you're going to take that and lay whichever part has the triangle part, whichever, like, see, this